It's a nice, cool, crisp, clear morning here. The sun isn't quite up yet. The winds haven't started up and the neighbors are all asleep. So I thought I'd show you our courtyard and how we've landscaped with strictly container plants, mostly Japanese maples. Now for many of you, you may have a smaller garden or a condo with a large deck. This particular area is approximately 400 square feet. So we've got 18 feet by 22 feet in length. So if you're thinking metrically, we'd have 4.5 meters by 5.5 meters, which would be about 35 square meters. So I'll just show you how we've arranged the trees and talk a little bit about them. It's a really fun way to garden, and everything is completely movable, so you can reorganize and rearrange your landscaping at any time. Here we go. In this particular display, of course, we've got the cereal here. Now, some of you may have seen the video a couple years ago. I dig this out of the ground. It was in a very poor location. We root pruned and set it in a pot and placed it in our greenhouse for a couple of years. It was sort of in the intensive care mode for an extended period. And then this spring, of course, I did another video when I transplanted it into this larger container. So now it sets the backdrop. It gives us a little bit of height, very nice coloration even against the cedar hedge backdrop, and it contrasts nicely with the red foliage of the other Japanese maples. Now, this one here, of course, is the Pixie. It's very old. It's an upright dwarf specimen. It's a real beautiful, beautiful specimen. Right behind the Siryu is a seedling variety that is just as beautiful as any grafted specimen. Gives a nice red contrast. Here we've got the Crimson Queen at the far end here, and it just gives a nice cascading effect of colors. And up front we've got some herbs and flowers to set off this particular display. So right here, this is a dissectum, in other words, a weeping variety. This is the viridis. Now you'll notice it moves out quite profoundly. Again, this was in an area of our garden with a large pond in the back. And when it was young, it was just basically reaching for the sunlight. So it took on a very nice, unique shape. And eventually we did pot it up many years ago. And so now it sits here against the wall and gives a nice color contrast. Right beside it is another dissectum, and it is called the Heartbeat. It's more of a bronze and red tone, and again adding a nice contrast to the reds. Up front here we've got a couple of golden cedar shrubs, and then of course we've got a little yew shrub on the far side. Again, a nice little color combination, easy to move around and reorganize for whatever setting you'd like to have. So against our house wall now, this catches the morning sun and then a lot of afternoon shade. This first tree, of course, is the coral bark, or the sangukaku. Now you may have seen a video where I took it out of a large pot and placed it into a smaller pot. I did a dramatic root pruning a couple of months ago, and you can see it's opening up quite nicely. Right here we've got the Zakazuki, again a nice darker color, green tone compared to the coral bark. And right in front, again, this is another viridis, again a weeping dissectum, and again this one is more the natural approach where it does not get too tall. In fact, we didn't do any staking whatsoever of the branches, just let it come up and cascade, and it gives a very nice spread of color. Again, right here, another seedling variety, always beautiful deep red tones. Behind it we've got a yew. Another seedling in the back corner. A couple of roses. This particular tree is yet another seedling variety, and if anyone of you have seen my very first video on how to prune a Japanese maple, this is the tree right here. Now, it's been many years in this pot, and in fact this spring I did take it out of the clay pot. I wasn't sure if the pot was going to break or not because it was so many years in there, but I managed to get it out, gave it a good root prune, and it's right back in, and it's thriving. It's doing fantastic. Now, this particular seedling, it's maintained this shape and structure for so many years. We're really, really pleased with it. We don't know which seed it did come from many of our Japanese maples, but it really is a striking plant, and again adds another subtle tone of green. And of course we got little Junior here who wanted to be in the show this morning, so again that's just a seedling we plucked out of the ground last fall, and it's coming up in the little pot here today. So there you have it. This is just a snapshot of our courtyard look for this spring, and I'm sure it's going to change again next year. So if you've got a smaller garden area and you're wondering how many Japanese maples you can place, well, we've got a dozen in this courtyard along with many other plants, and there's still plenty of room to place everything and get a beautiful compact garden. Thanks again so much for watching.